The Murder of Bella Fontenelle, a case study in justice and mental health. Bunnak Hannah Landon will spend the rest of her life in prison. A jury found her guilty of the heinous 2023 murder of 6-year-old Bella Fontenelle. The details of the crime are disturbing, involving both brutal violence and calculated attempts at concealment. Landon beat and strangled young Bella. She then stuffed the child's lifeless body into a bucket. In a final chilling act, she left the bucket on the front lawn of Bella's own mother. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The tragic events unfolded on the evening of April 25, 2023. Bella was under Landon's care at the time. Bella's father was working in Kenner, Louisiana, unaware of the horror that was about to unfold. Bella and her older sister had been dropped off at Landon's residence by their paternal grandmother. The grandmother departed at approximately 7:30 p.m. Prosecutors believe Landon murdered Bella shortly after the grandmother left the premises. Surveillance footage would later reveal a crucial piece of evidence. It captured Landon pulling a wagon. In that wagon was a bucket. That bucket contained Bella's body. Landon pulled the wagon to Bella's mother's home. After leaving the bucket, Landon returned to her residence with the wagon now empty. The next morning, Bella's father reported both Bella and Landon missing. This report set in motion a chain of events that would expose the brutal truth. The missing persons report immediately triggered an Amber Alert. Law enforcement initiated a widespread search for Bella and Landon. The search ended in the most heartbreaking way imaginable. Bella's maternal grandmother discovered the bucket on the lawn. She immediately alerted Bella's mother and father, who arrived at the scene with police. Inside the bucket, police found Bella's lifeless body. She was still wearing her pink pajamas. Landon turned herself in to police later that night. Initially, she was uncooperative with investigators. She was subsequently taken to a hospital for a mental evaluation before being formally arrested. The prosecution presented a compelling case built on a foundation of disturbing evidence. A video found on Landon's phone offered a glimpse into the moments leading up to Bella's death. It showed Bella crying and repeatedly asking for her grandmother. In the video, Landon can be seen and heard muffling Bella's cries with a towel. This act demonstrated a callous disregard for the child's well-being. Further investigation of Landon's phone revealed even more damning evidence. Landon had searched online for criminal defense attorney services. These searches were conducted shortly after killing Bella. She also sent cryptic messages to others after committing the crime. Blood found on the bucket was forensically linked to Landon. This established a direct connection between Landon and the container in which Bella's body was found. The autopsy report revealed the full extent of the violence inflicted upon Bella. Bella died from asphyxia due to strangulation and blunt force trauma. The autopsy also revealed numerous bruises and abrasions on Bella's body. These injuries indicated a violent struggle. The evidence suggested a horrifying possibility. Bella may have still been alive when Landon stuffed her into the bucket. Landon pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Her defense team argued that she suffered from severe PTSD. This PTSD, they claimed, stemmed from her childhood experiences in a Khmer Rouge death camp. A forensic psychiatrist testified that Landon indeed suffered from PTSD. The defense argued that this condition impaired her ability to understand the consequences of her actions. The prosecution, however, presented evidence to counter the insanity plea. A forensic psychologist testified that Landon understood the consequences of her actions. The prosecution highlighted Landon's attempts to conceal evidence. These actions, they argued, demonstrated a clear awareness of her guilt. The jury ultimately rejected Landon's insanity defense. They found her guilty of first-degree murder. Landon was also found guilty of 2 counts of obstruction of justice. For the first-degree murder conviction, Landon was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. This sentence ensures that she will never be released from prison. An additional 80 years were added to her sentence for the obstruction of justice convictions. This case serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of innocence and the devastating consequences of violence. It also raises important questions about mental health and accountability within the criminal justice system.